Ah, crap. All the DLC items are on now. This is so OP, man. No. No, I wanted to do a mine series, lol. Oh.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Well, it's easy. My name is obviously Courier here. Salutations, everyone. This is Josh Master, master of everything that does not exist yet, and I mean that includes, but not limited to, you know what? It doesn't exist and it doesn't matter anyway. Salutations, this is Fault New Vegas. Happy New Year, somewhat. It's like past New Year's Day. I've had a good Christmas and New Year's. How about everyone else? For some people, it would be Kwanzaa. Right now I'm thinking of a name. This is Fault New Vegas, for those who are unaware of the lore. I already have my bearings, and the beginning is a bit slow. Use a name of an existing character named Doug Summerfield. It was a me I created in my DS game and put him on another game.
What I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
It is my
I'm
name.
Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Well, as you can see, he done a pretty bad job. He would have done an even worse job if... Well, this is an even worse job. We're talking Doug Summerfield. Doug Summerfield is Caucasian. I'm thinking this is good enough for Doug Summerfield. Make Doug Summerfield a little bit, Actually, no. We'll add some age later. For now, his eye color is dark brown. His skin tone's fine. In general, his head is a bit heavy. Well, that's awkward. I think I screwed it up. Hold on. Hold on, I can fix this. Good. Okay, eye color, like I said, dark brown. General, heavy face. Forehead. This is usually the most tedious process. In the fact that you actually won't really much be seeing the character very much. But I sort of like to do it. Have my own character, a little backstory. I suppose while I do this, I might as well talk about the backstory of the wondrous Doug Summerfield. Doug Summerfield is a bit of an emotionalist character. Sort of lived the life of gunmanship and went in the adventuring party of Josh Collins and Alyssa Doss. Together they just randomly went around and played all over the place, did some stuff, made ends meet, traveled the world. I mean just post-apocalyptic US and a little bit of parts of Canada. After Josh and Alyssa died, and I mean Josh and Alyssa died to a couple bands of raiders, he decided to settle down in New Vegas, where he worked as a courier, which is basically what this character is. Doug Summerfield is a bit, I I would say he looks like a brute, but he's actually not stupid. He's actually rather smart, and a bit weak. He's just big-boned. Cheeks. Jaw. Retracted and jutting. He has a double chin going, too. And chin's good. Tone. You can make him white or black. Make his yellow tin all like this. And then he can go all ungodly white. Or Irish tan. Or really, really sunburned. Marked man skin, actually. I'll make his skin more yellow than anything else. His eye sockets. His eyebrows. Eyeliner. Nose. Lips. Moustache. Make it look like he recently shaved, almost. We'll make him rather old. His adventuring party's been a while, has existed for quite a while. You know, it looks a lot like the first character. It looks like a lot like the preset character. Gotta fix that. Customize eyes. Small. Yeah, good enough. Okay, now let's go to the hairstyle. It's a blast back, dark brown hair. That's just straight up red. So that's straight up red. You obviously don't have haircuts in this game, so I'm just gonna make it suede. That's about it. Okay, that's Doug Summerfield. So far, that is.
Anyway, stuff that matters. Okay, no sense keeping you in bed anymore.
That gun wound really affected him.
Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that bigger tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
I'm just gonna go on a tangent and say I like the detail of his skin. Also, over here, there's a reading glasses and Physicians Weekly. Be sure to get that. And for the rest of the game, you can never sleep in this bed. You can basically take anything you want out of the doctor's office. Anything. There's also a broken submachine gun over there that you can get. So basically, feel free to loot the doctor's office for all the starting equipment.
You're looking good so far.
He won't mind.
Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try.
This is the Vitomatic Vigor Tester trustworthy machine. It is fun, scientific, and accurate, your special stats and stuff. So, he's big-boned. So, I use the arrow keys for this. Okay, so he's a doughy baby. The perception is more of an alert coyote, rather than anything else. His endurance, however, he's basically flame retarded. For charisma, well, he's rather emotionless. He doesn't have that good look, have as much good looks, but he can talk fairly well. Nor does he doesn't have a big vocabulary, but he has some vocabulary. More than most Wastelanders, that is, so he'll be a substitute teacher, if he were to have a job. His intelligence is rather high. A know-it-all, basically. Agility, however, he's more of an oaf. I'm kidding, Butterfingers. And his luck? Well, it's just a coin flip from there on out. Let's review. Strength is 3, Perception 6, Endurance 8, Charisma 5, Intelligence 9, Agility 4, Luck is 5. No points remaining. That's not a build for anybody. I'm gonna die 7 minutes later.
It's done your brain some good.
Yeah.
Well, we know your vitals are good.
Well, he'll say a different thing
But that don't
depending on your highest stat. Like if it's luck, he'll say, "Oh, I'm surprised that bullet didn't turn right around." And endurance would probably be like, you really survived that bullet.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
74. But no, I had to think like Doug here. He'll think cat.
House.
Burglarize.
Night.
Where is that? No, it's not here. Dream.
Bandit.
Vaporize.
Light.
Inspiration.
Mother.
Caretaker.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Conflict just ain't in my nature. As you can see, the Vault Boys giving the hand to this angry drunk with a bottle, an alcohol bottle. Now you see in this situation, this is not a good situation, because easily this broken bottle can easily cut off this guy's hand. But then how do we know that this guy's not angry because of this hand? For all we know, in some cultures, that this specific hand, the left one specifically, could mean a great big F-U in his culture. But we don't know. I'm gonna put agree here.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
This is like most arrogant people. They would obviously say strongly agree, but he's actually gonna have no opinion.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
Now, Doug is not really one who wants to be in the mass limelight. In Fallout series, however, obviously, you will obviously be in mass attention.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
See him lagging a bit. 1 second. I think I had to get my bearings for a little bit. Sorry about that.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
No, he's smart, so he obviously disagrees with this.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
Now, this is the famous Inkblot Test. Forgot what the real term was called. But he gives you this, and he only gives you like 5 answers, when there's basically 1 million answers for this. For one, 7 of them I'm thinking of right now, and none of them are right here. So I'm gonna say an oozing wound.
Okay. How about this one?
Now, see, I'm thinking mirrored gun here, because this looks like the handle, that looks like the thing, that's a trigger, and that's a thing. I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like. Obviously implies something really, really funny. Or dirty, or some piece of space stage technology.
Last one.
2 bears high-fiving. And a bearded man.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Now, you know that entire quiz? That entire long, stupid quiz that we had to do? It didn't really matter. Could just put random answers. Or should I say, I really don't really know what it does. So I'm tempted to say he's good with unarmed, but no, he isn't. Actually, no. He is unusually good with unarmed. It tags speech in here as well. And yep, that's good enough.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you.
Seem to be lagging for some reason.
You got a form
Either that or other recordings messing up.
medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
It's funny, because I actually do. Now, since I have every DLC ever, I can basically have any one of these. Hold on. I can basically have any one of these things I want. First off, Wild Wasteland. Best trait ever. The second trait, these are optional and I don't have to pick any trait. Doug does wear glasses. That is an obvious thing. Or a not so obvious thing. So I'm gonna give him 4 eyes as well.
Alright, I guess that about does it.
That's about it.
Come with me, I'll see you out.
You'll see me out. That's basically it. You can't really move. You can't move this music stand. It's stuck there forever. But anyway, like I said, you can loot the house at your own leisure. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Loot the house. Get everything. He actually has quite some nice stuff. Not too bad at stuff, but... Now, it doesn't have like a Gauss rifle or anything in here. Don't expect anything like that in the first level of the game. But he has like a ton of stim packs, some super stim packs, some stuff. Let's see if we have enough. No, we don't. We can't open the Sunset Sarsaparilla case and grab 5 Sunset Sarsaparillas, as well as create some drugs with this chemistry set right here, since we have a higher science skill. Science skill, unlike in Fallout 3, matters a bit more, as you can not only unlock terminals, but you can also make chems and do a couple bit of speech checks, which makes speech more pointless? Probably.
Here, these are yours. It was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. Then put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
You shouldn't have gone through my stuff.
Didn't have much choice, I'm afraid. But I understand the sentiment. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Try not to get killed anymore. I can get killed all I want. Fall New Vegas. Oh, and this is also hardcore mode. This is a new feature in the Fallout games. I want to turn it on, but I also don't. But yet I do, and it always seems to recommend this. But I do, so I'm for this playthrough I'm not. I'm just not. Ain't that a kick in the head? Reference to the famous Dean Martin song, Ain't That of the same title. Like a fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? It's a good song. Shame it was lost in time. God damn it, not again.